For a time, people in the United States were given a simple idea to follow. The money you save for retirement is very important. You should not use it for anything. You should not take risks with it. You need to keep it safe because when you are older and not working much, retirement money is supposed to take care of you. Now people are starting to wonder if this idea is really true. When ideas, like retirement money, start to change, it is usually a sign that something is not going well. It is usually because there are problems that are not easy to see. There is an idea going around in politics that says people who want to buy a house can use the money they have saved in their 401k retirement account to pay for the down payment. At first, this sounds like an idea. It seems like it could really help people. The problem is that houses are very expensive, and many people do not have money saved up. A lot of people are unable to buy a house because of this. So it might seem like an idea to let people use the money they already have in their 401k account. The real question is not whether or not people are allowed to do this. The real question is why the system is suddenly saying that people need to do this. To really get this, you need to take a step and look at the whole situation. Owning a home in the United States is not about being stable or thinking about the term anymore. It is about feeling like you have to do it. People are scared they will miss out if they do not buy a home. They know that their wages are not going up. Rents just keep getting higher. The usual way people buy homes is not working like it used to. Young people are trying to buy homes even when it's really hard for them. Older people are waiting longer than they thought they would to get a home. Owning a home is driven by urgency. The fear of missing out is a part of homeownership in the United States. People who are retired are moving to places, and they are not doing this because they want to, but because they have to. Retirees are having to leave their homes and relocate. This is happening because of necessity, not because retirees want a change of scenery. The housing market is having a time right now. In some areas, homes are staying on the market for a time. When it comes to prices, they are not going down easily. Builders are being very careful. Investors are choosing what they want to invest in carefully. People still want to buy homes. They are getting more and more nervous. The housing market really depends on things like deals and new ways of getting loans. People are doing things they would not have done 10 years ago, like taking risks. The housing market is fragile. It needs these things to keep going. This is where the money we save for retirement comes into the conversation. Letting people use their 401k money does not make them richer. It just means they are using the money they were going to have now. This brings the security they were counting on for the future into the time. That makes a big difference, because when we start using retirement money to pay for things we need now, our idea of what we can afford changes. Retirement money becomes a way to afford things we want now. In expensive cities like some parts of California, Arizona, Texas, and Florida, people who want to buy a house are already spending all their money. They are using kinds of mortgages that can change the interest rate. They are getting help from their family. They are moving to places that are farther away from where they work. Now imagine if people could also use the money they save for when they retire to buy a house. For a while, they would have more money to spend on a house. This would help keep the prices of houses up. People would still be buying houses. The problems do not go away. The problems just happen later. People who buy houses in these cities, like people who buy houses in parts of California, Arizona, Texas, and Florida, are still taking a risk. For people who are retired, things can get really tough. A lot of retirees are selling their homes in states where the cost of living's high and moving to places where it is cheaper. They do this because they want to make their retirement money longer. If they have to use some of their retirement savings before they actually retire, they will have less money to fall back on. The cost of healthcare does not go down. People still have to pay property taxes. Insurance does not get cheaper either. This means that retirees have to be very careful with their money because they do not have a lot of room for mistakes. The situation becomes difficult, not easier for retirees. There is also a change in the way people think about things. Retirement used to be like a finish line that you crossed, then you were done. It was a change from one part of your life to another. Now retirement is becoming something that you can adjust and change as you go. It is flexible. You can negotiate what it means to you. When people do not feel like they have a secure future, they start making choices that help them right now, rather than making choices that will help them in the long run. Retirement is something that people are thinking about in a way, and this is changing the way people make decisions about their lives and their money. People who like these ideas say they are about giving people power. They say it is about having a choice. It is about being free. If we look at what has happened in the past, systems only give people options when they really need people to get involved. When markets need people to use their savings to keep current prices from falling, that is a sign that something is not quite right. It does not mean that everything is going to fall, at least not right now, but it does mean that there is a problem. Looking ahead to 2026 and beyond, the risk is not something that will happen all of a sudden. It is erosion that will happen slowly. This erosion will be gradual. It will not affect everyone in the same way. The problem is that homes will still be expensive. People will have money when they retire, and households will have more debt than they think they do. The danger is not that people will make choices. It is that many people will only have one choice when it comes to retirement and homes, and that is the choice they will have to make. The risk of erosion will affect people's retirement and homes. It will be a problem that many people will face. This is the part that really matters. We should not focus on the headline. We should not think about the politics. What is important is the change in what Americans have to give up now so that they can do okay later on. The thing that Americans are being asked to sacrifice today is what we need to pay attention to. Americans are being asked to make sacrifices today so that they can stay afloat tomorrow. Because when a country starts treating retirement as a backup plan for housing, it's not solving a housing problem. It's revealing how deep the pressure has already become.